What's up guys, Underneath 2600 here, bringing you a review on the NS-7 PDW. The NS-7 PDW is an all-faction SMG that is available to all characters, being that it's all-faction and all-class. I feel that YouTubers have done this weapon a great injustice by calling it unwieldy at close range, which is generally what SMGs are suited for, and overall better suited at picking off from a distance. In this video, I show how the weapon actually performs instead of naming off stats like some people do. To start with, the weapon has a relatively small starting cone of fire, a low vertical recoil, and a fast fire rate. This generally screams TR long-range carbine, but in this case actually helps it to rack up more DPS at close quarters combat range.
Push 'em.
By aiming at the upper chest, the lack of vertical recoil keeps your reticle aimed at the center of mass, so as to land more hits. However, whenever possible, go for headshots. This will not only increase your damage value, but may also help you to stay alive long enough to make your ammo pool worthwhile. The quirk associated with the NS-7 is as long-range weapons generally go, a massive amount of horizontal recoil during sustained fire. Bursting is not too terribly bad. This recoil can be used to suppress a doorway or other form of cover. I personally enjoy unloading a magazine whenever a Sunder deploys at a relatively far distance from myself, approximately 50 meters. This can come into play whenever you've got a steady stream of enemies spawning there, so you have a steady stream of kills ready to be racked up. For longer range, this weapon is only good if used with the proper attachments, namely the recoil compensator and vertical grip. These will help to stabilize your barrel and to help you get that last little bit of accuracy out of it at longer ranges. I, on the other hand, use the suppressor and extended magazine, since I have the NS-44 to handle long-range combatants. Combine the NS-7 with a 1x IR and V scope and soft point ammunition, and you have an all-class CQC bullet hose. The suppressor is invaluable whenever you are running Infiltrator, or just happen to have flanked the enemy. The white tracer's undistinguishable sound and the ability to not show up on the minimap allows you to pick off targets of opportunity as they appear before you, and yet still not attract the sort of threat level you would get from a faction-specific equivalent. Many people will ask, why the extended magazine? There are other attachments available, such as the laser sight or the vertical grip. However, the laser sight and vertical grip can only help so much, as the bloom is very quick on this weapon, as with most SMGs. Also, the flashlight is useless, seeing how you can pick out a cloaked infiltrator in most situations anyways, and the light can give away your position. I have found myself dead many times when I lack those extra 10 rounds per clip. I would recommend having a kit on all of your classes using the NS-7 just because it's a very variable weapon that you can use in nearly any situation. It is a cheap buy for those who have not put money into the game at only 700 daybreak cash and is an all-faction weapon, meaning that you can use it on your VS, TR, and NC characters respectively. The medic can make great use of this, seeing how assault rifles tend to favor mid to long range engagements. The engineer and light assault can do without it, but only if you have a close range carbine to replace it. The heavy assault and infiltrator can perhaps make the greatest use of this weapon, since they can use their respective abilities to stay alive and reload whenever necessary. Infiltrator can also use his cloak to get into favorable positions behind enemy lines and slowly take out enemy snipers and medics whenever the opportunity presents itself. The clips shown above are me running an engineer, seeing how I'm able to just run around placing anti-tank mines, turrets, or whatever else might be useful whenever the time arises. Spitfires make a good cover and a good way to distract your enemy as they come out. And the anti-tank mines, as shown here, are a good way to eliminate enemy prowlers. To recap, the NS-7 has been ridiculed as the SMG that wants to be a carbine, and as such, is not used often. This is untrue, seeing how the weapon, when wielded properly, can be as effective, if not more so, at close range against other SMGs of its class. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you'd like to see more, go ahead and follow that up with click on the subscribe button as well. Goodbye.